Scrappy friends, it's Desiree here, and I'm so happy to be with you today doing my first project with the January kits. The kits are actually stunning. I was so happy to finally get into my hands, and I don't know about you, but it feels like every time I get a Hip Kit Club kit, the pictures are always great, beautiful, but once you get it in your hands, it's just like a knockout. Everything is just always so fun. So I guess it can be normal to feel overwhelmed when you get a kit with so much goodness and don't know where to start. Well, here's one simple, easy suggestion. Just pick your favorites. It could be your top two favorites, top three, whatever you're comfortable using. If that's your favorite, then go with that. That can always make diving into our projects, diving into our kits much easier and less overwhelming. So today I am working with the envelope in the vellum. I'm working with the envelopes in the vellum ephemera. Now these were assigned to me, but I was really happy to get these two because they're my favorite. The vellum die cuts have a lot of like label style or framing style papers in them, and I thought that was really nice. And when I started taking the pieces out to play on my page, the envelopes in the vellum die cuts, I realized that the shapes would be great for doing a grid layout. And the irony is that I'm usually not a grid person. It doesn't come naturally to me. I have to work harder when I make grids, but this came to me so easy, and that's the benefit of just taking it slowly, pulling out your kits, and just see what your favorite project is. Your favorite products are, and start there. So as we're pretty well into this layout, so I was talking about other things, but let's get down to this layout. So I did use two envelopes, and my idea was to put the pictures in the envelopes and put a floral bouquet in the envelopes. And I was trying to work out how to do this. I know I also wanted to use more than one picture, so I just took time to play with my pictures around the layout, and I decided on having one picture in the top envelope, and then I framed a bottom picture using the vellum and the cardstock frames, and it's so easy. I know I keep on saying this, but this was such a fast and fun layout because it had everything that I love. Also florals. I love florals. So I just literally started building and taking pieces, and everything just fell into place. So don't let the project overwhelm you. Just start with what you love. Even if you love the pictures, like you have a set of pictures that you've been waiting to scrap, then start with those pictures and pull your products that work well with your pictures. So just don't overthink it. Have fun and start with your favorites. So I did want to have dimension. So I did let the vellum die cuts lay flat on my page. I just use my I just use my tape runner to get those adhered to my page, and you don't see any evidence of the tape runner through the vellum. So I thought that was a good way to get those adhered. But for my envelopes, I went the opposite. I wanted dimension. So I used foam strips, foam tape to just give them a little dimension off of my page. And also with that dimension, it's easier to get pieces layered in and under your envelopes or whatever you choose to layer. It's just if you give it depth, that makes it really easy just to add layer after layer. You can stick it under the envelope, inside the envelope, on top of the envelope. So I just took my time and played with this. Oh, then I said, oh, okay, maybe a frame would work. Oh, and florals, like took my time and added the florals. So the funny thing is I built two different floral bouquets for that bottom envelope. When I started, I had one. I took my time and built the bouquet. But once I lifted the envelope up and all the flowers, not lifted it up, I had to adhere the envelopes together. And let me back up and talk about the envelopes. So for the envelopes, all you need is just a skinny line of adhesive on that bottom flap. The envelopes have 4 triangles, 4 points. So all you need is a little adhesive on that bottom triangle that you're going to flip up to create enclosure envelope, and that makes it really simple. So I just did that with some skinny tape skinny double-sided tape. So I'm taking my time to rebuild my bouquet, and this came out so good. I love it so much. And I don't know if florals or repetition is not your thing, but if it is your thing, then you can take your time and use whatever that thing is. If it isn't florals, if it's labels, if it's butterflies, if it's hearts, if it's anything that's your favorite, then take your time and work those into your layout, because I promise you, you're going to enjoy it and love it even more because you used your favorite item. So I have lots of favorites and I'm not ashamed to say that. I love lots of things. I also love feminine, like a more feminine, lighter layout. So, and I make my layouts lighter by trying to have enough white space on the page. So that was another good thing by deciding to do a grid layout. It gave me enough white space where even though I took my time to build up each smaller cluster, because I have enough white space, they weren't competing with each other, or they weren't overwhelming your eyes when you looked at that. And I thought this was a good way to go. Now I'm just taking my time and adding puffy stickers, the little enamel hearts. We also have some washi stickers. I just took my time and continued to add and build up onto my layout. Also, to make my title, I just wanted to keep it simple. So I used one of the word die cuts from the die cut pack, the ephemera pack, and I used sparkle. I know I have pictures of my husband in here, but he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind what type of layouts I make. And of course, I also have my daughter. They're a dynamic duo. They love each other. I mean, they love me too, but they just have such a beautiful relationship. So that's why I often have so many pictures of my husband and my daughter, because they're just peanut butter and jelly. They match so well. They have the same interests. And these are two people that I love so very much. So of course I try to include them every chance I get in my layouts. So I also use the puffy letters because Sparkle was the only one word title and I didn't want to leave it one word. So I came in with Sparkle Together since they're the dynamic duo. And just like that, I'm done with this layout. I decided to add splatters. Now what you see is me pulling a little plate of paint or a little ceramic paint. What happened is I had the Lindy's Magical Berlinga Filling Fuchsia that we got this month. I had it already in the plate because I added the water. It was ready to go. But by the time I decided to use it, it was dried up. So I just I sprinkled a little more of the Lindy's Gang into my plate. And guys, it's so beautiful. I don't know what type of magic this is, but it's gold in the container. And once you add it to your painting, what is it called? Once you add it to your paint, once you add water to your paint, it becomes this beautiful fuchsia color. And I love all the deep, rich, fun colors in this layout. I had so much fun making this. I love it so much. I love it. I love it. Love it. I hope you have just as much fun as I did playing with your January quiz. Please feel free to drop any questions down in the comment section and we'll try to answer as soon as we can. There are a lot of advantages that come with being a Hip Kit Club subscriber. I hope you have a lovely, crafty day. Bye.